Hey everybody, how you doing? It's David and Mark, VKG Real Estate Group. Hope you're having a great day. We made it through an election, Mark.
Yeah, we did.
And although we're not going to talk about who won and who lost on the presidential election, we are going to talk about the California state propositions and winners and losers and how it affects our housing market. So there was really three propositions that affected housing on this year's ballot. Mark, why don't you talk about Proposition 15?
Right, so Proposition 15 really didn't have to do with our housing market, it more had to do with our commercial market.
Right.
And what impacted on those commercial properties was that they were positioning this proposition in that the owners of the commercial properties are kind of getting these loopholes in these scenarios that they're not paying their fair share on their property taxes. So this bill, if passed, would have increased those property tax rates at today's values, which would have really decimated small businesses, and then that would have trickled down to the consumer and increased cost, David. So we're really happy that this did not pass, because the way they were promoting this is that it was the owners of those buildings that were paying for it, but a lot of these properties are on what's called triple net leases, where all that expenses trickles down to the small business consumer that's already been beat up by COVID. So the small business would have been even decimated further, and they would have passed those expenses down to the consumer. So we're really happy that that one did not pass.
Definitely.
One of the propositions we have, Proposition 19, David, what were your thoughts on that one?
Proposition 19, it did pass, and all of us are really excited about that, because one of the things that we face in our market is, state of California has Prop 13. Prop 13 protects homeowners from their property taxes being reassessed to market value. So this particularly helps, people that are over the age of 55, a lot of times on a fixed income. Well, we have this problem in our valley where, there's a little old lady that's lived in her home for 40 years and she can't afford to move or buy somewhere else because her property taxes would be reassessed. Right. Well, now with the passage of Proposition 19, she can move anywhere in the state and take her low property tax base, buy a property that is either equal or lesser in value, and maintain that property tax base. She also has the opportunity to buy a more expensive property, and the caveat to that is she still gets her property tax base for that equal amount and then just pays the difference of the higher amount. Right. So huge opportunity, and we feel as real estate agents and brokers that it's going to free up some of that inventory that we have in our market, and hopefully help more buyers get into homes, which inevitably will pump more money into our local economy.
Absolutely, and the only negative part of this that they kind of snuck in was the fact that if a property was inherited to a child, parent to child, that if they didn't use it as a primary residence, it would be reassessed. So that is in this proposition, but the belief is the benefit of everybody that can now move out of the county, move to where they need to with their family. Fire victims are part of this, first responders are part of it. It really makes it more affordable for them to be more transient anywhere in the state of California. So it's a really great proposition. And then of course we've got Proposition 21, which was impacting the additional rent control that we already have in California. Even Gavin Newsom opposed this bill. So we're really happy the fact that Proposition 21 did not pass, because as we know through our wealth building seminars that you guys attend all the time, California is being very restrictive. It's one of the most challenging states right now.
To be a landlord,
And this would have just made it worse, David. So we're really happy to say that that did not pass as well.
Awesome. Thanks for listening to us. Mark and I always try to stay on top of what's going on in the real estate market, both locally, statewide, and nationwide. If you guys need anything, reach out. We'd love to talk to you.
Awesome. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.